Hello everyone, welcome in live from TT Cranny Field here in Grinnell, Iowa for tonight's Conference District 3A6 game between the 1-4 Grinnell Tigers and the 4-1 Norwalk Knights. I'm Blake Walker along with my dad, Dan Walker, and we're going to bring you to tonight's game. So, 2 weeks since we've seen Grinnell at home where they got the 24-23 overtime win, or double overtime win over North Polk. Ever since then, this team's been shut out 71-0 after losses to Bondurant 34-0 and then Pella last week 47-0. What do you think we see tonight? We got a different team, or how do you think you bounce back from 2 straight losses of nothing?
Well, I think definitely Coach Shipley has shown a few things just watching them warm up here tonight. We're seeing a little bit more quarterback passing options going on. A few good things that we did see out of the Bondurant Pella game. They definitely had opportunities to work on some different techniques. There at second half of the Pella game, we did see a little bit of the running game kind of kick in. Right. The offensive line were finding their blocking lanes and actually isolating and putting people in the right places to get a little bit of yardage. Now, on the flip side of that, Pella's already pulled out their first stringers and had their second stringers in, but still a great opportunity to play ball on a Friday night and have some opportunities for some good yardage.
Right.
Going into tonight's game, Norwalk's a pretty tough team. You look at their stats right off the bat, they have over 78 kids on the roster. Mm-hmm. I think you mentioned already that they're sitting, what's their record? 5-1 in the district.
4-1 in the district.
And they're averaging 24 points a game
right.
in the last. And what brings their average down was their first game they lost to a 4A school. So
still undefeated here in the district with Carlisle and Pella, and they're 29th in the state overall, 13th in 3A overall. So if a win tonight for Norwalk, depending on the score, could definitely put them in the top 25 in the state. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing, it's always good. We're here at TT Cranny Field, so we have the home crowd behind us. It is homecoming.
Homecoming weekend.
So had a great week of activities going on last night. They had the parade. They had the homecoming coronation. So we have a new king and queen for the school year.
Preston Shawley is our homecoming king, and Cameron Moore is our homecoming queen. So dances tomorrow night, but I think this weekend would be a lot better if we can get a win here tonight. But, it should be a really good game. Nice cooler breeze. Like I said, the last time we were home, it was like in the 70s, and what's the temperature now? It keeps dropping as the game goes on.
Yeah, we're starting out right now. We're at 4 minutes before game time, and we're 57 degrees, and it's dropping. We have a wind about 3 miles an hour out of the northeast.
Right.
So ideal football weather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we sit here in the booth tonight, and the cool air is coming through, and you kind of get the goosebumps. You're seeing the band start to make the lineup for the team coming out. And I think the Tigers are ready to get pumped up here.
Norwalk takes the field. Leading Norwalk is star quarterback, the junior, Matt Stutcliffe. On the season, he's had a very impressive season. 11 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he has thrown for 895 yards. On the flip side, Grinnell, with their 2-quarterback system between Tanner Strand and Drew Kaufman, have only completed 1 touchdown, have thrown 4 picks, and only 127 yards. So you're definitely going against a really strong passing defense. And according to what Grinnell's been able to do so far this season, pass defense hasn't been great.
Exactly. And I think for Coach Shipley, he's still just, I hate to say it, we're 5 games in the season. He's still trying to find the right combination of the quarterback out there, plus trying to figure out how he could fit it in with the receivers we have.
Right.
We do have some talented backs. We just got to get the right people in the right places to do the right things.
Right.
One of the big objectives is getting that offensive line to put their shoulder down and actually block. We went for so many years as a strong passing school. All these kids were used to doing is set back and then a pass protection. Now Coach Shipley has a running defense, and we want to put shoulders down and block.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to teach when a lot of this group right here, they were under a system that was different, and now they're having to change. And, it's a tough battle, but I think from what we've seen of the freshman game prior to this, you're looking at a freshman team that's picking up on what the opportunities are. They're running the exact same offense, and they come out with a 42-7 win over Norwalk tonight, and they're sitting 6-0 in their season.
Very, very strong.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive, and I think for the Tiger fans, as we're looking forward, not to look past what we have to play tonight and the rest of the season, but
it's a good future.
It is a good future, and it's what the head coach institutes on this field as this varsity team is being trickled down. So the younger kids are picking it up. They're playing the same plays, and I think that is some of our future to look forward to.
Right. Well, definitely this game was quite thrilling to watch. If you were there last year, we went to Norwalk. 28-28 was the halftime score, and after that, Grinnell just kind of ran out of gas. 63-28 was the final score. That was Norwalk's highest scoring game of the season, and Norwalk went to finish out the year with only one loss, and that was to Pella. They ended up inevitably losing in the playoffs, but Norwalk this season, like I said, 24-7, they lost to Indianola, a 4A school on the first game of the year, and ever since then they've just been able to put up quite a bit of points. Snuck away from Bondurant last week, but should be interesting as the Tigers run out on the football field here. Holding the American flag, definitely very strong here as what's been going on around here in the sports world. Good message here by the Tigers. And like we said, it is homecoming night, so a strong atmosphere. The student section is out in full force, and as you can probably tell, it's blackout night over as the theme this weekend. So should be very interesting. Should be a pretty good game. As Norwalk, all Norwalk players holding hands here, their helmets on the ground. I'm not sure if they know we did the national anthem already. You never know.
Oh, no, I think it's a little bit of a solidarity thing. Captains are coming out to the field. Alex Farmer, Palmer Schulte, Brett Clayton, and Ethan Kirby are the captains for the Grinnell Tigers.
Like you said, 78 players on this Norwalk roster. 78, 72.
Norwalk's captains 78. Are Grant Garner, Clayton Hildreth, Drake Leake, and Ethan Clark.
Tigers will get the ball to start this football game, so
Norwalk.
That means they'll get to kick at halftime. And a loss tonight for the Knights would be, or the Warriors would be huge, because you're fighting to stay in it. Last year it came down to the Pella-Norwalk game. Norwalk gets embarrassed 38-0. Pella's not the same team we saw last year. You know, all these games matter, and Carlisle thrown into the mix. You know, you never know what's going to happen, and, you know, considering they haven't played Carlisle yet, who is their last game of the year, they play Pella next week, so well, should be interesting.
And you know, with the change of the districts, we heard some rumors that they're possibly going to go back to having 4-team districts advance, but, you know, you can't throw a wild card out there by having a one-off night or a two-off night, right, and have 2 losses and knock you out of your district's playoff.
They control their destiny from here. All right, we're ready to get going here. It looks like Farmer and Schulte will be the backs. Tanner Strand not the man back there, as he has been the past few weeks. But we'll see what happens here. Schulte, Farmer are the backs. The Warriors will get ready to punt here, or send this one off. On a homecoming pack night here in Grinnell. Wind at about 2 miles an hour to the northeast. We're ready to go. Number 33, Sean Hickson, will line this one up, and he sends it deep, and we are underway this evening. Farmer fumbles the snap, picks it back up. He's going to head down the field, breaks up field, and here goes Farmer down the sidelines. His speed's going to carry him, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line, but we do have a flag back here at about the 25. Might be holding.
Either holding or a block in the back. I couldn't tell when he threw the flag, but it is coming back.
2 flags. Both sides of the 25.
Yeah, I think it's 2 different opinions of what they saw there, but consequently it's all. Should be 15 yards from the mark of the foul.
That was probably Farmer's best return on the season.
It was. You know, he started out, he fumbled it.
Picked it right back up. Luckily, it didn't take a wrong bounce.
Had a good start from it and give him a little bit of momentum. There was a nice little hole there, but unfortunately, the hole might have been.
Yeah, luckily, blocking the back.
Yep.
So this will move him back 10 yards, and this will set him up at about the 16-yard line. All right, here we go. Quarterback for the Tigers is Tanner Strand. It'll be Miller and Schulte in the backfield.
Brett Clayton's up underneath the center there. And
Tanner hands off outside to Schulte. Schulte moving and brought down. Might not be a gain of anything. Bounce that one outside, no room there. Count it even, 2nd down and 10. Second down and 10 for the 16. Tigers line back up. Miller, Schulte still the back. Strand will sit under center here. One safety look for Norwalk. Strand, hands off middle. I believe that's to Miller. And he's going nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1. Didn't get anything. 3rd down 10.
Yeah, Norwalk really stuffed it up there in the middle.
Third down 9. They gave him a yard. Kirby comes in the game here for the Tigers. And we'll line him up again. 3rd down and 9. Looks like I formation here. Norwalk looks to be sending blitz. Strand under center will hand off middle. Schulte up front, and he'll fall to the ground.
So nope. Got a positive 2 or 3 yards there.
Right. Nonetheless, this will bring up 4th down. Grinnell will come out to punt. They don't give him a yard. 4th down and 9, so Grinnell will come up short on their first drive, and they'll kick from their 17-yard line. Well, they do give him 3 yards.
Yep. Norwalk has some pretty good-sized guys right up there in that front line.
This thing's going to be sent deep. Great punt as it'll bounce out of bounds. And Norwalk will take over at about, what would you say, 35-yard line? Yes, 35-yard line. So now we get to see starting quarterback Max Sutcliffe coming out. 11 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season. Let's see how he works his offense here this evening. Wide receiver to watch for definitely is Drew Rossenoke. Sutcliffe in the backfield in the shotgun. He'll set back to throw. He fires left side. This is going to be caught and dropped immediately. Number 87, Levi Lorenz with the catch.
Trent Miller, wasn't it?
With the stop, yes, Trent Miller.
Grinnell came out in that 5-2 defense, so it puts those 2 linebackers kind of offset there over their guards. It makes it a little tough to cover that right side flat there.
Sutcliffe in the gun again. Handoff up the middle. He's going up the middle. Garner breaks free, and Garner's up into the secondary, and he's finally brought down. Nice run by Grant Garner. And that was just an easy hole right up the middle. This will be a 1st down and 10 from about the 36-yard line of Grinnell. Norwalk's moving quickly without a huddle. Sutcliffe in the gun. He's going to bring his receiver Lorenz in motion. Play action. Rolling, fires, caught. Farmer missed the tackle. This is going to be caught, though. 1st down or just short of the first down.
Right at
Shane
the 30-yard line, yep.
Scoreboard's a little messed up tonight. Second down and about 2. Sutcliffe in the gun. He's going to be all alone. 4 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes Garner in motion. They hand off to him. He's going to be met and tripped up. Nice tackle.
Good job. Good job. Klein stayed home on his designated spot there, and he was waiting for him.
Now, Norwalk's used to playing on AstroTurf, and on AstroTurf, that cut would have been able to be made.
Yeah, going back and forth between grass and anymore, a lot of the bigger schools are starting to go with AstroTurf. So
right.
It is tough.
They're down at 4. Still 4 wide receivers to the left. Garner goes right. He's chased by Miller. He'll cut up field and has the first down. Miller gave chase, didn't get there in time.
Yeah, Ethan Kirby, he was right up on top of that. Corbin Klein was also in on the assist for that.
They're going to count him short. I thought he got the first down. 4th down and 1. All right, let's see if the defense can get a stop here. 4th down and about 1. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Garner side by side with Sutcliffe. Receiver in motion. Sutcliffe back to throw. Throws outside. This is going to be caught. Has the first down. Cuts up field. And he's finally driven out of bounds. Hits his own teammate. First down, Norwalk.
Is that Farmer and Kirby over here on that side?
Yeah. That's just an easy wide out play.
Yep.
First down 10, Warriors. .7:35 left here in the first quarter. Sutcliffe in the gun. Garner to his right. Sutcliffe back to throw. Looking, pumps. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket. This is going to be caught, and he breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors. Number 8, Drew Rosenoke, the 6'5" wide receiver, breaks the tackle.
Yeah, Rosenoke, he had the stats coming into the ball game, and I think he's just showing us right now that he could put his hands on that ball and he could tuck it in. Grinnell, we just need to stop and break down and get good tackles. You know, we're tackling too high, and right there just showed it. You go right over top of them.
Hickson, the kicker here, he's 1 for 7 on field goals this year, extra points.
No, on field.
On field goals. This one's going to be blocked, though.
Coming in tonight, he was 16 for 16.
16 for 16, so there you go.
So that's his first miss of the night.
First miss of the season. But nonetheless, Norwalk leads 6-0 here in Grinnell. And after that drive, it was just all Sutcliffe putting in work. He scrambled out of the pocket, was able to step up, find his receiver, and his receiver did the rest. So what's Grinnell got to do offensively to adjust?
You know, I think for them is we're looking at Norwalk has a big defensive line.
Right.
So either we're going to have to sit back and see if we can't pass, which that's always been a struggle for us this year, or we're going to have to stop and execute and figure out how we can isolate these big guys up front.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a pretty good job there by Norwalk. They had good blocking lanes. They could designate. Jackson was in there in the ball game for a little bit as nose guard. He was switching out with Clayton, and they took and they just isolated him. They opened up holes. And I think Grinnell has to look at that and do the same thing.
All right, so Norwalk will get ready to kick off here. Farmer and Schulte are the backs. 7:27 left here in the first quarter. 6-0 Norwalk leads over Grinnell. Hickson will line this one up. And he's going to send this one deep. Really didn't even have a run up. Good kick. Farmer's going to take this one. Moves upfield, gets a block. He's going to cut back the other way, and he's dropped. Man, he had a lane.
He did, you know, and I'm impressed with Farmer. That's 2 runs in a row. He's looked up. He's found the opening. That kid chased him down from the back, but still, I mean, that's some good ball movement. At least we're not starting back there. You know, we had the deficit when we played Pella. We were always down 2-yard line, 3-yard line, and
get us out of here. 26-yard line, 10 yards more than they started the first time. Strand under center. It looks like maybe Coffin, actually. Oh, it's Strand.
No, but Strand.
Strand pitches right. Schulte cuts up field and may get a yard. Look promising.
Yeah. Went back to that wing tee that we saw a lot of when they're down in Pella.
Grinnell has to limit turnovers against Bondurant. 7 turnovers committed, both in the air and on the ground. Just a rough night. Pella wasn't as bad, but Grinnell's got to stick with these hanging on to the football. They'll line up second down and 10. Strand in the gun. He'll set back to throw. Looks, pumps, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be rushed and dropped, and the ball came out. Are they going to say he was down?
Don't see the official.
Going to say he's down. He got stuck in the pile. It looks like that ball came out,
yeah,
but you can't
I don't know if
it.
that was a broken play or is a design quarterback draw.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was he gave the pump once or twice and.
Interesting. Well, just as I say, fumbles.
Yeah, we go up and down with that. Those guys just need to learn to tuck the ball, put their hand over the crown of the ball so they don't get bounced out.
Strand back to throw. It's a screen play. Schulte, one-handed catch toward the sideline, but it's not going to be enough. 4th down upcoming in about maybe 4.
Well, it's good to see the option of the pass coming out early. We're 6 minutes in the ball game. We've seen
2 passes
already.
Strand the punter here. Norwalk sending the heat. Strand gets the snap, kicks this one near sideline, and it'll bounce way out of bounds.
Yeah, not near the punt that he had the first time. First time, that was a nice-looking punt. And Tanner has, through the season, he's been pretty productive and gives some pretty nice punts out there.
This thing's getting marked way back here, actually.
Well, it's where the arch of it crosses the sideline, so the misfortune of a high punt that's kind of shanked to the side, that's what you're going to end up with.
They're going to start from the 42-yard line of Grinnell.
Give a total punt of about 15 yards is what that was.
Stutcliffe will set up in the gun to get his offense back rolling. Stutcliffe back to throw, pressure coming, fires this one over the top. This is going to be caught by Garner. He got behind the defense, and if it wasn't for him having to go low for that, he would have been gone.
Yeah. They're doing a good job. They're finding the seams of that back between the safety and your cornerback, and they know right where to go.
Stutcliffe has a cannon. We've seen that in his stats. He's going to get it in the gun here again, and we're going to have a false start.
It's always a tough situation when you're out there trying to. You got 5 guys that you're throwing at the front line, and you know that prominently they're a passing team over a running team.
Right.
So you're losing your front 5 right off the bat. So what we need to get out of them is a good solid rush.
Miller missed the swat, and that's going to lead to a touchdown for the Warriors. That had to be inches away from his hand. Trent Miller almost knocked that thing away. But nonetheless, it's another touchdown for the Warriors, and Stutcliffe adds to 13 touchdowns on the season.
Well, when you're in that linebacking position, you got to make that call. Do it. Am I going to get? First of all, you got to say, am I going to be able to intercept it and catch it? And if I'm not, how can I recover? Who's behind me to recover? Take my spot.
That thing was blocked, but yet it still went in. So Norwalk leads 13-0 with 5:31 left here in the first quarter.
That's 2 in a row the special teams have got their hands on there. The first time it was a success. The second time it wasn't.
That was the thing that saved the game against North Polk. So a rough start here on homecoming for the Tigers against this really good Norwalk team. But
well, I think what we're seeing right off the bat from Norwalk is we noticed their statistics when we came in the ball game. They're a good passing team. They got a couple good runners. You know, even the quarterback has some good running yards.
Right. Has a lot of mobility. Reminds me of Trace McSorley from Penn State. All right, Farmer and Schulte are back to receive this one for the third time tonight. Like I said, 5:31 left here in the first quarter. Dixon will get ready to send this one deep. He's got quite the leg.
He's a pretty tall guy for a kicker,
He
too.
is.
What'd you say, 6'5"?
6'6". He'll boot this one. Line drive back to Farmer. Farmer has it. He'll head upfield. Somebody got trucked here near the far side, and the ball comes out. And Norwalk's on it. It looked like he had maybe broken through a hole, but it didn't matter.
No, you know, you can't say enough. If you're going to be carrying the ball, you got to get your hand on it and hold it tight.
That thing easily, we could see that, just rolled out. He had a nice cut, and we had some good blocks down here, but nonetheless, Grinnell will turn it over. And Norwalk gets great field position once again. So Sutcliffe will go back to work, and he didn't even have Garner behind him that entire last drive. Now he's got him behind him, and we know how hard it's his to tackle him. It's a toss to Garner to the right. He's got a lot of room. He's going to cut upfield. Miller can't get there, and he's going to be swarmed. Gain of about 3.
Yeah, look like Trent Miller in there. Palmer Schulte in on there.
Two wide receivers to the left. They sure do spread out their wide receiver positions. One safety look. It's Kirby. Sutcliffe in the gun. He'll set back to throw. He's going to look. Fires left side. This is going to be hauled in and fighting. Gets down inside the 10. Possibly just a quarterback breakdown.
Yeah, you know, the excellent receivers. That's a good solid core that they have out there. They put their hands on the ball. And
Senior Daniel Geisler with the catch there. First down and 10, or first and goal from the 8 for the Warriors. Looking to blow this thing open here real early. Sutcliffe under center. Way under center, actually. Handoff to Gardner up the middle. He is swarmed and dropped.
good
And we
job
saw that
there.
against North Polk.
Yeah. Gareth James was right in there, picked that up. And
Big number 55.
number 12 is, I think, Nick Pop's number 12.
They change numbers.
Yeah.
Second down and goal. They didn't go anywhere. They go under center again. They got two fullback look. Handoff. Garner's going right, and he finds the hole. Touchdown, Norwalk. That's good blocking.
It is. That is excellent blocking by the Norwalk line there. You have a good running back. You can see where his lane is, and he picks it up, and he put her right in the end zone.
$19-0. 3:40 left here in the first quarter. Kick is up and good. 20-0. Norwalk leads with 3:40 left here in the first quarter. Grinnell's got some work to do. And with this big 78-man roster for Norwalk, Grinnell has the disadvantage that there's depth.
Yeah, you see right now, there's not a lot of Norwalk kids that are playing both ways. I mean, there's a couple out there that definitely talented kids that you're going both ways, and you're going to see that everywhere you go. But unfortunately, in Grinnell, what we have here, our talented kids got to play both ways. We just don't have that depth there to support that type of platooning on the football field.
Right.
you know, as we go forward through the night, it's a kind of a task for the coordinators upstairs and for Coach Shipley on the field is to start look at, you got to play smarter football instead of trying to play tougher football.
Right.
There's everywhere in someone's offense or someone's defense, they have a small thing that's not basically going to always work every time, and we have to be able to stop, break it down, and take advantage of it. And
Hickson will line this one up. Going to get ready to send this one deep. Farmer, Schulte are the backs. Hickson sometimes walks up to it, sometimes he runs up to it. Either way, he's going to send this one line drive to Farmer. He's going to tuck this under his right arm. He's going to head up field. Gets a hole. Here goes Farmer. He's got speed. He's going to be tripped and down, and the ball came out again. I hate to say it. They're going to count this. It's going to be Grinnell's ball, but honestly from here, this looks like he was tripped up and that ball just came out.
Yeah, they did call him down.
Yeah.
Sitting over here on the Norwalk side, they're definitely not happy about it. But
well, if I'm going from a neutral standpoint, I'd say that probably should have been a fumble.
Yeah. But nevertheless, this is the best field position Grinnell's had of the evening.
Great return. Strand in the gun. He'll set back to throw. He looks short, fires over the top of the head, and sails that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Farmer wasn't even there. I mean, I don't know if it was just a quick throw to get rid of it, but he wasn't out there where he needed to be.
And that's where you get Strand can run, but I do believe Drew has the better arm. And it's hard as a head coach. Second down 10, 3:26 left here in the first quarter. Strand under center, two backs. Hands off, middle. Schulte getting yardage. Good yardage, actually.
Yeah.
To the 50.
Garrett James, he nice little block right up in front of him and kind of plowed him out of the way. That's a good, solid block right there.
Third down and about 3 for the Tigers. Whole line trying to push around the D line for Norwalk here. Two very skilled linebackers of Jaron Okenen and Jack Livingston. Strand, handoff to Schulte, middle. Schulte's hit and dropped. Gain of nothing. Got back to the line of scrimmage. And Grinnell will punt.
Yeah, one of the difficult thing from being an offensive line person is trying to maintain that block. And that defense that Norwalk's throwing at you, they're slanting quite a bit. So coming up to it, you have to make your decision. Are you going to call right? You going to call left? And how are you going to have a back that would move on the other side?
Shipley a little frustrated over there on the sidelines, has to call a timeout. So
yeah, it looked like a little bit of a trickery that we're seeing throw at us.
Possibly.
The whole right side of the line was shifting on the other side.
Nonetheless, 2:05 remaining. 20-0. Grinnell trails Norwalk at the 50-yard line here. So if Tanner can get a good punt here, this should put him down inside the 25, which will be Norwalk's worst field position starting of the night.
Well, it's nice just to be on the 50-yard line.
Right. Anything works.
Well, let's see what they have.
We've seen a few fakes this year. It's usually been Strand on his take. Just takes it, runs it right, which could be what's happening here. But let's see if Grinnell's going to do it. Yep, they move in motion quickly. Better be ready here. Here's the snap. Strand's going to take it, rolls, fires this one deep down the sidelines. This is going to be caught by Farmer. He's going to head upfield, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 10. What a fake.
Yeah, it even faked me out there. I was late on getting the camera spun around.
What a play. I'm surprised that worked. I don't really know where Farmer came from.
Well, he started out on this far left-hand side, and he just kind of...
So first down and 10. Strand under center. He's got 2 backs. And we're going to have a false start on the offense. And a huge momentum booster for Grinnell. That was big. I mean, you're down 20-0, but...
Yeah, and, you know, to have just a simple mind mistake is what that was.
Right. First down and 14, I guess. Strand under center. Hand off to Schulte right. Cuts up field. Makes a juke move. Schulte still going and tripped up. Nice run.
How did he get right back up to the 4 or 5 yard line?
They're not giving up here. Grinnell really wants to put this thing in. Second and goal from maybe the 4 yard line. 5 yard line. 2 very good linebackers, like I said, for Norwalk. They got to watch out here in the red zone. Kirby's way out here left. Strand. Nice little reverse. Oh, and Farmer trips. That could have been a touchdown. That was a good play.
It did. You know, I think he saw the green grass in front of him and got a little tripped up.
Yeah. He tried a little juke move to maybe get around that one guy that was waiting on him, but that was a great reverse. Third down and 4. You know Grinnell wants to punch this thing in. Schulte, Miller, the backs. Strand going to roll out right, fires to the corner of the end zone, and this is over the head of Farmer. And this will bring up 4th down. Do you go for it? No, you're not. They're going to kick it.
Looks like Wyatt Dillon's going to come in and give us 3 points on her.
So a good play to get us down inside the 10, but nonetheless we fall just short. And Wyatt Dillon's going to try to get this thing in for 3. Last time he kicked a field goal on this field, it was a game winner.
About the same position.
About the same position. Snap, hold, kick on the way. It is no good. Just a little right. And we remain scoreless. 20-zip. Norwalk leads over Grinnell. But I guess the good thing about this is Norwalk gets some bad field position.
Yeah, they'll be right out. I think they just take it out to, is it 20-yard line or where the field goal was attempted?
Did we get a flag?
Nope, 20-yard line. So basically just
like
a
so we don't
touchback.
start, right. Gotcha. All right, well, scratch that on the field position. I mean, it is going to be the worst starting field position this evening, but Stuckcliffe in gun, hands off to Gardner. No, he rolls out left, steps up in the pocket. Oh, and it's almost intercepted by Ethan Kirby. Oh, that was Wyatt Dillon.
Wyatt Dillon was in on that.
Wyatt Dillon's got a little bit of fire in him since he missed the field goal.
Yeah, pretty impressed Wyatt Dillon. He's doing a good job coming in there as a junior into that cornerback position or defensive back, and quite a bit of hustle out there. Looks like a holding on Norwalk.
Definitely see him being a captain next year. So this moves Norwalk back 10 yards. So we get 2nd down and 20 from the 10. From Norwalk's 10. Grinnell could use a big stop here. First down and 20 from the 10. Stuckcliffe in the backfield. He's going to have Garner to his right. This might just go to Garner. Stuckcliffe avoids the tackle and tripped up. And the ball came out. Oh, no, it didn't. Was it a hurdle? They're going upfield. Garner tripped up inside to the 42-yard line. Was that a toss from an option?
Looked like is an option right there in the end. He was starting to get tackled.
Yeah, wow.
He optioned it out to the side.
Quite the athletic
good job
play
on
there.
The quarterback for Norwalk. You know, actually, Grinnell had good penetration defensively.
They got
were
back
in the
there.
backfield. You know, when it comes down to something like that, that's between your right tackle and your defensive end and linebacker, and who's going to stay home, who's going to take the pitch man, and who's going to roll out. So just a little bit of breakdown on that side of it.
Right. So first down at 10. They'll just let the clock wait down, and that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Grinnell trails Norwalk 20-0 at the end of the first. So it's definitely not been the game we wanted, but we've seen some positives, whether it be the fake punt conversion or, you know, they've had some solid defensive plays.
Yeah, they had. And you know what? The offense is showing some progress here and there. But there again, you're going up a fairly good team, and you just got to, again, keep looking at what your options are out there.
All right. It's cooled down to 55 degrees here. Should maybe drop below 50 once we get this thing over with. And winds about 2 miles an hour to the southwest. Oh, northeast. My bad.
All right, let's see what we can do. Looks like we got Jackson in there as nose guard, Warner on the left-hand side, Garrett James on the right-hand side, Bryson Klein and Pop on the left-hand side.
Stuckcliffe handoff to Garner. He's up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he somehow gets away. He's headed up the near sideline and pushed out of bounds. What a speed burst.
Bryson Klein ran him down. Palmer Schulte was right there, and Wyatt Dillon also right there to get him out of bounds.
Looked like he was going to be wrapped down. He just quickly broke away at about the, 45-yard line and cut up field. So first down and 10 Norwalk.
Well, you always say when you're playing football, never stop your legs, and he never stopped his legs that time. He bounced off one lineman and went the other way.
Stuckcliffe under pressure, rolls up and is dropped. Nice penetration there defensively.
Yeah,
63.
74, and Brett Clayton was in there, and
Klein was in there. Second down to 10. Well, second down to 9.
63 is
Stuckcliffe in the gun. Play fake over the middle, wide open. Dillon gives chase and brings him down. Is it a touchdown? It is. Touchdown, Norwalk. Good effort by Wyatt Dillon, but they fall just short over the play fake.
Yeah, those two receivers, I think they got about 10 inches on Wyatt.
Yeah, Rosenote at a 6'5", and Wyatt at a height of 5'9". It's kind of hard to hang with that. 26-0. Grinnell trails Norwalk. Hickson's going to line this one up. Snap, hold, kick up. Line drive, and it's good. 27-0. Grinnell trails Norwalk. That was just a simple play over the middle. Play fake kind of bit, and the defense had no linebacker over the top, and if they did, he definitely wasn't home.
Well, looking around the district tonight, who do we got playing other places out there?
Nevada taking on Bondurant Farrar. Nevada lost last week to North Polk, a big loss considering Grinnell beat North Polk. It's pretty big because that means Grinnell plays Nevada next week at Nevada, which should be a terrific game. Carlisle's against North Polk. North Polk has the advantage coming off the win against Nevada, but obviously Carlisle, a very good football team, should have no problem there. And then Knoxville's taking on Pella And we know how good the Dutch are. Knoxville's a better team than they were last year, but I don't think they're as good to hang with the Dutch.
Yeah, that Pella team was impressive to watch. They're just a great executing team.
Hickson sends this one deep, and Farmer will take it out. Cuts up field, gets a block, and he's wrapped down. So you're down 27-0. And it's just starting the second quarter.
But, you know, all in all, going back to Alex, that's 20 yards. He's averaging 15 to 20 yards of return on his kickoffs tonight. So, you know, looking for the positives, that is a positive.
Right. Continuous clock starts at 35 points in, by the way.
And that's only after the second half started. So we won't see that. We'll just run regular game time up until then.
All right, Strand under center. 2 backs. Defensive line shift by Norwalk. Strand rolls out. Ball came out. Norwalk's on it. Picks it up, and they are gone. Touchdown, Norwalk. Strand wasn't ready, and he was quickly wrapped down. Big number 43, Jack Livingston. Linebacker who has put up so many impressive numbers all season. And the turnovers bite him again.
Yeah, they do. You know, at one point or another, you just got to figure out what causes the problem. And the problem is that you're not putting your hands on it. You're not concentrating on the ball. So, you know, you're running the plays from a quarterback standpoint. If it's a handoff that was let go, they didn't get their hands on it. But
we got a flag back here. I'm not sure what it was. Maybe illegal substitution. Yep, legal substitution on Grinnell. A little bit of confusion there in the backfield. So Norwalk will just kick this one. And let's see what they do here. I think it moves it up, unless it's enforced on the kickoff. Nope, they're going to go for 2. Take advantage. Well, you're up 33-0. Interesting call, but I guess take what the defense gives you.
Yeah.
And Norwalk, to get in the top 25, you got to put up 50 points a game. So I can see where they're coming from here. So Cliff in the gun, sets back to throw, has pressure, steps up and walks in. Touchdown, or 2-point conversion, good by Grinnell. Nobody was home.
Yep, just kind of a mental breakdown on the defense stand there. You know, the interesting point you brought up about putting the points on the board, just like it has been in the past years, I think it's still the same, that if there was to have a tie of who's the top ranked of the district, it does come down to points.
Right.
And the points become the tiebreaker of who has the better win or not. So it's definitely, you hate to see people just throw points out there, but there's reasons why they're doing it. And
35-0. 10:54 left here in the first half. It's definitely not a homecoming we want to remember right now, but still a lot to work on. You can work on a lot from what you put in secondaries. You keep in the starters and just keep working.
Oh, definitely. Anytime that you play against a better team, you have to look at what you can learn from them.
Right.
Not so much of what we're doing wrong or how we're doing it wrong. Is what are they doing, and can we implement that in what we want to try to do?
This kick's going to be sent in the back of the end zone. Our Tiger scoreboard is glitching out. I don't know why. I think it's supposed to say touchdown Tigers. I think they kind of messed up on that. Anyway, Hickson's going to line this thing up and sends it deep. And this will actually be taken. I think that's Farmer. Yep, it is. Farmer cuts up field and dropped. All right, Grinnell's offense coming back out. Let's see if Strand's the quarterback still. Looks like it. Yep, he is. So, let's see. Grinnell's offense has struggled tonight. Let's see what happens. Strand will hand off middle. Nowhere. Maybe a yard, maybe not. Nope, 2nd down 10.
Yep, Trent Miller on the carry.
And we saw last week at Pella in the second half, Trent really showed off his speed.
Yeah, he did, and opened up. And similar things are being shown here. You notice that Norwalk's coming out that last time they're in a 4-man front. So, that gives you the opportunity that you could split your guards if you could get them in the right position. Now they're back to a 52 front show, so.
Interesting play over the top. This is going to be caught by Nick Pop. That was like a screen, but like not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They had a pretty good blitz coming on from Norwalk there, and it just kind of opened up that whole secondary for Grinnell. Nick put his hands on it. It's a good catch.
1st down. That is a new play. I have not seen that before.
Well, Nick is definitely a big target to hit.
Right.
So
he's quick off the line. 1st down and 10 minutes left. Ball's on the 35-yard line for the Tigers. Strand back to throw again. Looking under pressure, steps up in the pocket, and drops to the ground. That's about a gain of 5.
Yeah, nice little quarterback draw right up the middle.
I like the passing outlook. From a team that runs so much and only completed 1 passing play against North Polk. I mean, to see them passing is pretty big. Second down and 5 for the Tigers. Strand's in the gun. Norwalk showing blitz. It's a low snap, handoff middle. Farmer bounces and is rocked. That was Schulte.
They had a pretty good sting coming on this left-hand side.
Yeah,
so
they did.
The offensive line definitely took a pretty good hit there.
Third down and 2. Do we see a pass play again? Let's see. Farmer in motion to the left. Tossed. And upfield, that is a 1st down. Nice play.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do. When they come up to, and I don't know how much opportunity that the quarterback has to change, but if you notice right off the bat there, they're showing 2 middle linebackers coming up on a blitz.
Right.
So with that 53 defense that they're running, that takes a lot of power out, and you definitely want to go for a sweep there, or definitely go to a toss to the outside. We just got to look at what you could do to isolate that outside defensive end.
Schulte's the back, Strand in the gun. Strand rolls out right, looking wide open is Farmer. This is going to be caught, and he's out of bounds for a gain of 3. They didn't cover the flat there. Wide open.
Well, definitely the most passing we've seen out of Tanner this year. So.
But in some cases, you can keep running that play. Norwalk can easily give it to him because it takes up a lot of time, and it's not a guarantee you'll get a 1st down every time. I mean, if you can get them over the middle, that's great. But with these 2 very skilled linebackers, it's just a toss-up.
Well,
Near side.
It's a push, this right side cornerback. And
Miller gets caught going early. False start. So this will be 2nd down and 11. Turnovers, penalties. They kill you.
Well, right now, that's the biggest thing. Points on the board against them is hard, but
8:16 remaining here in the second quarter. 35-0 Grinnell trails over Norwalk. Strand's going to sit under center here. He's going to reverse it to Farmer, but the defense is ready for it. Hang on to that football, and he falls to the ground.
Well, there again, Farmer pulled that out on his left hand. I saw the ball kind of kick out a little bit. He brought it back down. But every time I see that, it just almost looks like we're going to see
3rd down and 12. Strand sits in the gun, look for pass here. 2 wide receivers to the left. Schulte to the left. A pass out to Schulte. Schulte with the catch. Upfield and trip down. That seems like a play that ran with Jake Simon last year.
Yeah. That's a nice little look out to the left-hand side there.
That was all Seth Howard and Jake Simon last year. A lot of plays like that. But it's not enough, and Grinnell will have to punt.
About a 7-yard pickup, but I like what I'm seeing. I'm starting to
starting to move.
Coach Shipley and Coach Smith are starting to look at what's out there for different options, spreading that 52 defense out.
Strand holds, kicks this one. Nice punt. This is going to be caught by Norwalk, slipping, tripping, cuts through a hole, still going, and he broke the entire defense. Upfield he goes, still going, and he's not going to be caught. Punt return for Norwalk to add on. Touchdown, Warriors. Number 3, Scott Anderson, the sophomore, somehow broke every tackle he could have had back there.
Break down, break down, break down. If you're not going to break down, find the ball and make a tackle. You know, diving at something and throwing your body at it, it's not going to end up being a tackle. So that's one of the things that just painfully, the last 5 games we've seen a lot. We do good at it sometimes, and other times just like that. You know, it costs us, and there's 6 points in the end zone.
And they had him tripped up at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
Props to him for able to keep his balance. Kick up, bullet, good.
Nice kick, nice kick.
42-0. Grinnell leads over Norwalk. Or Norwalk leads over Grinnell, sorry. Grinnell put up 63 on the Tigers last year and only had 28 at halftime. I think for Grinnell, I mean, you've gone scoreless 2 straight games. I don't really want to go scoreless again. I think a score would really just give you a lot. And off that pass drive for Grinnell, you're learning a lot in the passing game of, you know, what's working. Obviously the run isn't, but the pass is sort of working.
Yeah, and, you know, maybe it's time that we take a different look. And I can't say Tanner's he's not doing a bad job. This is probably one of the better games I've seen him be versatile. He's running the ball, he's throwing the ball, and now we just got to get the right opportunity to get a little bit of breakaway.
Right.
Unfortunately, the breakdowns of Grinnell's defense, special teams, are killing us.
Yeah, very.
You know, we've had 2 fumbles on kickoffs. We've had a breakdown on a punt.
6:32 left, 42-0. Norwalk leads over Grinnell. Hickson's going to get ready to send this one back to either Farmer or Schulte. Hickson with the strong leg. Lines this one up deep, sends it deep. Farmer takes it at about the 4-yard line, heads up field. He's got a hole, still going, and out of bounds.
Another excellent return.
He's working on him. That could be Grinnell's touchdown tonight. So the offense will come back out, try again. A lot of trials and tribulations. You got to believe Norwalk. I believe they still have their starting defense in, but after halftime, you'd think they'd put them away.
Yeah, you'd think so. Just
because especially when Pella's next week.
Right. Why take any risk in injuries
right.
As you're going forward? But
Norwalk's on the road at Pella next week, so a very hard game. That's why last year was so big. Strand under the gun, under pressure, steps up, fires deep into double coverage, and it's dropped. That was off the back of the Norwalk receiver or cornerback, but I'm not surprised. I'm not sure how Strand got that pass off.
Yeah, Ethan Kirby, he stretched out there. Is actually not a bad look. Passed under some pressure there. I thought I was going to see that quarterback draw pop out again there.
He thought about it. Second down and 10. False start. Penalties, killing. So that pushes you back, what, 10 yards?
Yeah.
So this will be, no, 5 yards. Second down and 5. Or second down at 15. From the 24-yard line, Strand in the gun. He'll send Schulte to the left. Back to throw, fires short. This thing's tipped, probably not meant to go to Farmer. He's going to cut up field, spun, still up, and finally drops. That was not meant to go to Farmer. That was tipped, fell into Farmer's arms. He was looking at Schulte near the far sideline.
Made the best of it.
Right. Third down. .5:44 left here in the first half. 42-0. Grinnell trails Norwalk. Strand will sit under center. Norwalk's looking to bring some heat. Farmer to the left or right. Toss out to Schulte. Schulte sets up for a pass, but no one's open, and he's going to go down. Ethan Kirby could never break free.
Yeah, by the time he did get free, it was already collapsed in the back zone.
Right. Fourth down, Grinnell will punt once again. Rough night. Pella put up 42 points at halftime last week against the Tigers, and they only scored 7 more in the second half. Strand spirals this thing downfield. This thing will be taken by Scott Anderson. Anderson cuts upfield, has blocking, and is dropped.
Better job there. Bryson Klein, good old wrestler, broke down, made a tackle.
Norwalk comes back out, and it is still Stutcliffe. Norwalk hasn't been on the field offensively. I forgot his name. Stutcliffe come back out offensively. First down and 10 from the 46. Stutcliffe in the gun. Handoff Garner.
It looked
Nope,
like
takes
Pop
himself.
was offsides when he lined up there.
Yep, offsides, Grinnell. You know, I think about this Norwalk-Grinnell game next week, how important it is. But from what I'm seeing tonight, I mean, this should be a better game than it was last year. Norwalk's got a great quarterback. Pella's got a great running back. Good defenses.
Yeah, at the end of the year last year, that Norwalk's either quarterback or running back
Got injured.
Got injured.
That was a game changer, and we're going to have another flag.
That one
should be on Norwalk, so we'll get that yardage back. Move it on back. First down and 10 from the 46, 45-yard line.
Yep, back to where we started. So
46. Man in motion. Stutcliffe.
Move Brett Clayton on here to the right tackle, and Jackson right there in the center. It's kind of a little bit more of our beef inside. Kind of plugged that up.
Stutcliffe took it himself and got a yard. Second down and 9. Stutcliffe in the gun. Steps back, fires, caught. Nice tackle by Wyatt Dillon. The ball came out. Who recovered? Is it Grinnell?
Yeah, it looks like they retained it.
Great tackle by Wyatt Dillon, though. Very well done. Halftime scores here. Carlisle leads North Polk at halftime, 17-0. We'll try to get some other updates on games here around the 3A district. Stutcliffe back to throw. Over the top. Wasn't intended. Obviously, Grinnell score. Knoxville and Pella tied 7-7 at the first quarter. That's an interesting game. You know, Knoxville at home, probably homecoming I would be guessing for them. That's probably a really good game for them. Know what their scores really around the league here. We'll keep you updated, especially with Nevada and Bondurant. Sutcliffe wanted the option. Drop. Ball came out. Grinnell football. Well, he wanted to go for the option and he missed. Grinnell football. First turnover of the night.
It's good to see something go your way.
Yeah.
You know, it's 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the half, but it's nice to see one fall your way, and just shows that even good teams have a simple mistake once in a while.
Sutcliffe went for the option. He wasn't ready for it. Strand comes back out on the field, leads the offense. Good field position here at the Norwalk 44. First down and 10, 3:43 left here in the first half. Strand in the gun. He's got two backs. He sends Farmer or Schulte to the left, fires to Schulte to the left. Schulte with the catch, and he gets rocked. I could see that coming.
Yeah, I think they made their change. You do it once or twice, and they're going to pick up on that. They're a good defensive team.
Good thing I think there was a player in between Schulte, because that was a hard hit. Second down at 12 will be the upcoming call. Second down and 12, 3 minutes left here in the first half, and we got a false start. Another penalty. Have we been counting? I'd say that's around sixth.
Yeah.
Another false start, quite a bit. Hard count.
The hard thing is when you look at being offsides, whether you're offense or defense, is you have a little bit of momentum and it sets you back.
Right.
And, you know, from Grinnell's standpoint of offense here is we're looking at as many positive yards as we could get. And
that's an offensive pass interference on Farmer. He would grab that jersey and made sure he didn't go anywhere. So this will be third down, and or probably, would it be third down or second down? This will be a 15-yard penalty. This should be on Grinnell. Farmer kind of grabbed his jersey coming near sideline. Yep.
Offensive pass interference.
And actually, Nick Pop was open over the top. It's just Strand had his eyes set on Farmer. Pop had a good cut up the middle, and no one was on him. But
right now, though, when you got such a defensive team coming at
right. It's hard to think.
Most times, quarterbacks should do that. They're going to look, and they're going to have one prominent player
right.
they're going to pass to. And
that's your man.
It's just easy to look at one person. It's not until you get in. You know, we were very fortunate. You had Eli Dunn here 3 or 4 years ago that could look at the field and say, I got 5 receivers or
right.
4 receivers out there, and I could take that hit.
Second down and 21 yards to the first down marker. 2:56 remaining. Strand will sit in the gun. Schulte to the left. Strand. Screenplay. Short. Dropped. That might be another offensive pass interference, but it's not. Farmer looked like he was already tackling the guy before he maybe got to it.
A little bit of frustration sitting in on the Grinnell side.
That was third down, actually. So now we get fourth down and 22. Grinnell will punt again with 2:50 left to go here in the first half.
Well, let's see what this punt team could do. You know, mental breakdowns. You need to get down the field.
High snap. Strand holds on the way. This thing's going to bounce. Possibly a block in the back. It'll bounce out of bounds anyway. It looked like Dillon and Farmer were taking some hits from behind, but nonetheless we play on, and it'll be Norwalk ball. So a halftime, what do you think? What do you tell a team that's down 42-0 at halftime, and how hard that is?
I think from the standpoint you have to go in and just look at, they have done some good things.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing a passing game that we haven't really seen all this year.
Right.
You have to go and look at what your mental breakdowns on defense are. You know, it kills you when you can't stop, break down, and make a tackle.
Right.
And we're seeing a lot of those mental breakdowns tonight.
Garner gets the ball going right. Nice tackle, but he's down. 2.5 minutes left. Second down, about 8.
Farmer Schulte on that stop. That was a nice, solid hit. But again, you know, you see the hits, but we're not seeing the wrap.
Right.
And when you could put as hard hit as you want on a running back, but if you don't wrap your arms around them and tie them up and bring them down, it's just an opportunity for them to keep their legs going and keep going.
Stutcliffe sends it to Garner. Garner breaks a tackle, and he's going to go forward to about the 30-yard line. This will be about 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 2, maybe, as the clock ticks down, ready for halftime. But Norwalk has slowed down after their 42-0 start here. And we expect that here in the second half, actually.
I don't have 63 on my sheet.
Yeah.
But I think it might be Quade Pinkerton, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. Here comes a huge blitz up the middle, but they're ready for it, and dropped. That whole Tiger defense is swarming down there. This will bring up 4th down.
That's a nice way to kind of close up the half, just to show a little bit of positive stop there.
Right.
Jackson on that far side. Nick Pop over there.
Norwalk will send out the punting team.
And that's something we haven't seen very much tonight.
Right.
If not.
Yeah. This may be the first time we're seeing it, actually. Norwalk going to take their time here to end the half and head to the locker room, and I think their first strings may be done for the evening. I think they might just take their delay a game. Call a timeout. So timeout Norwalk with half a minute left. Grinnell trails 42-0. Same score as last week at halftime.
Well, it's good to see the old Grinnell Tiger faithful still hanging in there.
Yeah, very strong homecoming crowd tonight. We'll see a good, should see a good marching band this halftime, and everybody getting ready for the dance tomorrow night. Had a nice pep assembly this afternoon at the school. Had the coordination last night. It was really cool.
Looks like we got Brett Clayton out there, Gareth James.
Is this a punt?
Jackson.
Yes, thought it might be a knee. 29 seconds left. I think is this a punt? No. Yeah, it is.
It's just a quick punt.
Pooch punt. This thing's going to bounce and out of bounds. That took 6 seconds off.
Well, what do? Do we look at 23 seconds trying to run a play, or do we
I
just
think
set
you
it
might
down
just
and kneel it out?
I say you just kneel this thing, take it to halftime, and that's it. Regroup, see if you can get some points on the board in the second half, and give a little show for these people that'll be left after halftime.
Well, it is definitely always a positive thing if you can walk away and put a couple points on the board. You know, whether it is a loss or not, it's always something that shows that you're working forward, and progress always is a good thing.
.3 seconds left. First down and 10. Strand in the gun. Will set back to throw. Looks right side, near side. Fires downfield. This will go way over the head of the intended receiver.
I'm not so sure. He should have just tucked it and ran right up the sideline.
Second down, 10, 15 seconds left. I guess they are going to try some stuff tonight.
Yeah, it's always kind of dangerous when you're throwing something like that on the sideline. You're right here before half. Do you want to give up another easy 7 points for them?
Right,
or?
And you don't need an injury.
That's right.
Here we go. Strand in the gun. Rolls to near side, fires this one, caught. No, it's not, dropped. Not a great throw. 3rd down and 10, 9 seconds left. Maybe the last play of the half upcoming here. Carlisle 17, North Polk nothing at halftime. Said that earlier. Still under halftime there. Still checking in on scores here around the league. Bondurant Farrar down 14-6 against Nevada. Here's Kaufman in. Pop gets a good jump. Kaufman under pressure, and Kaufman's going to be sacked. So that should do it for the end of the first half. Grinnell trails Norwalk 42-0. We'll see you back for the second half of action here in Grinnell.